going to move on to our defensive looks now. All right, and I will kick us off, as I stated before, with T.J. Watt's big punch out last night to set the Steelers up for a game-winning field goal in overtime. All right, the ending was crazy. It was a very wild game. And again, on paper, it didn't sound appealing at all. Geno Smith versus Big Ben Roethlisberger. Ooh, that really makes me moister than an oyster. But the game, the actual way that the game played out was it was not terrible for Sunday Night Football. Trust me, I have seen a lot worse. So the situation here, both teams have had drives at this point. So the next score wins. Field goal, touchdown, does not matter. And the Seahawks literally just got the ball back. They're 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. All right, first play from getting the ball back, and this is what happens. Let's take a gander and watch the play unfold.
Still in next score wins mode. Maybe the last time your offense sees the ball. Geno Smith will drop deep. He'll pump. He'll take it. Lost the football. Knocked out by Watt. Recovered by Devin Bush, who circles the right way. He almost lost the ball, but he's got it at the 16.
And sad Geno Smith. Very sad. And understandably so. That's a heartbreaker. He's got so much pressure on him right now to perform and get this team where they expect him to be. We all know that Geno Smith is not Russell Wilson. If he was Russell Wilson, Geno Smith might still be quarterbacking the Jets right now, but he's not. It was sadly and unfortunately, it was a very classic Geno Smith kind of moment.
Yep.
Not good. Not good at all. So our setup here for this one. All right, the offense is in 12 personnel. I believe that's Disley and Freddie Swain on the right-hand side of the offensive line. I think those are really the only two tight. Maybe Everett's out there. Everett, I thought was supposed to be out, but I did see his name in the game yesterday. And they're in single back. All right, Geno's right up on the line. Very tight formation. And relatively good protection. DK Metcalf is in motion currently. I believe it's Metcalf and Lockett are the two wide receivers. Only makes sense that the two wide receivers out there. Pittsburgh, they're in a 3-4. Their defense. That's kind of how they like to operate. And cover 2 man. That's definitely what we've seen. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see everybody on screen. I guess it's depending on the way you look at it. It could be viewed as cover 2 right now, but from what I've been taught, it's disguised as cover 0. I don't know. That's again, we're learning. This is a beginner's, like pretty much an intro to film room kind of course, and we will get there. I promise you that. So let's start to watch this kind of thing unfold. We'll start to break it down. There's Metcalf in motion, pointing out maybe the Mike linebacker.
Maybe the last time your offense sees the ball.
All right, goes to handoff. I don't even know who number 3 is. That's got to be Collins. I think that's Alex Collins, who had a phenomenal day yesterday. But he goes for the handoff, and Geno's looking. It's kind of cool. You can see Geno looking at the situation, and he's probably like, "Nah, don't take this. Don't take this. I'll try and figure it out." Which is something I've never really noticed before in a handoff situation. Because for those who don't know, the quarterback at this point in time can make the decision whether to hand the ball off by saying take it, or he's going to try and make something happen himself. And obviously hindsight is 20/20, but the safe route probably would have been like, Collins, you go do what you got to do. But he sees a breakdown. Geno falls back. He's starting to make his reads. He's looking both ways. All right, but Steelers have it well protected, well covered. But there's a nice little lane here. All right, there's a nice little lane here. Good pump fake, but it doesn't really do anything. Maybe helps create that open up that running lane for Geno Smith a little bit more. And he goes off, and it looks like something. But oh wait, there's one of the highest paid defensive players in the National Football League in T.J. Watt, and this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Coming in, breaks. Geno Smith ran right into him. This is what drives me nuts. he probably thought his offensive lineman had it, but Geno was just all like tunnel vision. I have to go, and it ended up costing him. Watt, is again smart defender. He got in trouble earlier in the night for trying to punch the ball out. Instead, he was just snuffing Alex Collins while he was being held up, and he got like a unsportsmanlike kind of roughing call or whatever. But he gets, he comes in and he gets the big turnover here. He punches the ball out, and it's clearly a fumble.
Lost the football, knocked out by Watt, recovered by Devin Bush.
And Devin Bush grabs it. The big thing here is just T.J. Watt's attention to detail, I think, is the most important thing. He's being held up. This dude's been triple, quadruple blocked all night. I've seen images of it. They put a lot of people on him. That's how ferocious he is.
Mm-hmm.
And, Geno walked right into it. There he is. He's up. And TJ's aware of it. While he's battling with these offensive linemen, he pushes himself back. He goes, okay, I got to give myself some space. And he takes the angle. It was, like I said, very, very good awareness on TJ Watt. That is why he's one of the highest paid players in the NFL. That is why he's one of the highest paid defensive players in the NFL, is because he knew how to break. He knew how to get some separation from these offensive linemen. He knew that Geno was going to try and take off, and he didn't bother wasting any time in the trenches. That is the swat.
Yeah, Geno, when he drops back to pass and he's got that clean pocket, he looks so confident as he's flipped through the ball. And then, like all night, he kept second-guessing himself and just not very comfortable back there.
No, the confidence was definitely an issue for Geno Smith last night. And I get it. Very tough defense, yada, yada, yada. But you're an NFL quarterback. I mean, if we had the all-22, which is, still starting to come back together a little bit, but you can see how tight this coverage is. And they didn't leave themselves a whole lot of options, right? There's not really an escape valve for Geno Smith to go to if the wide receivers are as covered. I mean, I don't get it. You throw to DK Metcalf, he's probably going to catch it, but they do have some guys deep. Geno's not one of those guys, though, who's going to, trust a certain type of coverage that he doesn't like. If he sees a guy wide open, he's going to take that shot, but you know what I mean? He's not comfortable. He doesn't have that rapport or chemistry with Metcalf at this point. So, but there's no escape valve. So Geno Smith has to do something to get this play kind of back on track, and it ends up being their undoing.
Geno Smith will drop deep. He'll pump. He'll take it. Lost the football. Knocked out by Watt. Recovered by Devin Bush, who circles the right way. He almost lost the ball, but he's got it at the 16. And the Smith fumble forced by the defensive star.
Almost sad, Geno.
Yeah. I feel bad a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of my defensive play in a bit of a nutshell. It was a huge game. Huge finish to the game. There's a lot of controversy at the end of regulation about time, this and that. Geno did lead a really good drive to kind of get them to tie and go in overtime. But yeah, here in overtime, just an absolutely crushing ender to this game.
3-3.
Yeah, spot.
Blue 58.